My name is Andrew Buck, and I'm a Learning and Development Consultant at The Ohio State University Nisonger Center. In my role, I support the Disability Experiences Expert Panel, which is a distinguished group of community members and self-advocates with lived disability experience. The consultants on this panel work together to advise our health research project called Can You Hear Me Now? This project aims to include adults with intellectual disability in health research by making health interviews and surveys easier to understand. By listening directly to adults with ID, we will learn more about mental health issues that are impacting this population. We will also learn more about the best practices for providing mental health treatment to adults with intellectual disability. We are currently wrapping up year 2 of our 5-year project and would like to provide a quick summary of our latest accomplishments. I will now invite the co-chairs of our panel, Braden Gertz and Christine Brown, to describe the work we have done in year 2. First up is Braden.
DEEP members helped the Study One team to recruit people for our health surveys. We gave input to WEN trainees to support their leadership project, which was an evaluation of our research process. We also gave input to Dr. Tassay and the American Association on Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities on the definition of intellectual developmental disabilities, and we gave feedback to the Study 3 team on their focus group questions and process.
Thank you, Braden. Next up is Christine.
Hi, my name is Christine Brown. I'm a co-chair of the OSU Disability Experience Expert Panel and also work at the OSU Nisonger Center as a clinical research assistant. The DEEP also developed a clear language guide on how to use Zoom. Andrew and I presented at the AUCD conference and at the OSU Nisonger Consumer Advisory Council meeting. We also developed 2 clear language products, the What Does It Mean to Be Healthy paper and the Adults with ID can be included in health research when they can answer questions for themselves handout. Andrew?
Thanks, Christine. Now I'd like to invite members of the panel to respond to a question. The question is, what advice would you give health researchers who want to include individuals with intellectual disability in their projects? Ashley?
Hello, my name is Ashley Poling. Have both patience and be able to adapt to better serve people with disabilities. And doing so would better help in both research and create treatment plans and supports that will be the best fit for people with disabilities.
Thanks, Ashley. Ethan, what advice would you give health researchers?
Well, I'll give the health research really good advice how to work with intellectual disabilities to talk to them directly instead of talking to their parents or staff. This way they can learn how to speak up for themselves and know their rights and responsibilities and tell them what's wrong if they need help.
Thank you, Ethan. Travis?
Hi, my name is Travis Dressback, and the advice I would give health researchers is to get the information they are looking for directly from the individual they are doing the research on, if and only if the individual is able to communicate for themselves and not from a provider or family member. Also, the researcher needs to speak in words that the individual they are doing the research on can understand.
Thank you, Travis. Marcy, what advice would you give health researchers?
Listen to people with disabilities, because if we're at the doctor or something, they'll always talk to our parent or provider. You have to listen to us because we're the ones with the symptoms. If there's some people with disabilities that can't speak, they can use communication devices or computers to give out their answers, because we know what's wrong with us in our health.
Thanks, Marcy. Rosie, what's your advice?
My name is Rosie Lawrence Spider, and my advice was to work together and cooperate.
Thank you, Rosie. Colin, what's your advice?
I want to tell you wishes and to try and to make it easy as possible for me to understand it easy to understand if to others it's plain and simple.
Thanks, Colin. Christopher, what advice would you give to health researchers?
My advice is that I do need my legal guardian parent help if I need to do practice instead of doing it alone.
Thank you, Christopher. Sarah, what advice would you give health researchers?
All right. Hi, my name is Sarah Burkett. And the advice for researchers I would give is that I would like the researchers to know that people like me like me want to be included in, and I'm not afraid to answer questions. Sometimes it takes me a while for me to answer. So please give me plenty of time to answer.
Hi, my name is Christy Stepp. To not only hear us, but to listen to us and to look at us and see us.
To learn more about our work, you may visit our website at go.osu.edu/RRTC or www.rrtcnisonger.org.